All right, well, it's basically 10 o'clock now, so I think we can go ahead and get
Yeah,
started.
let's get this actually.
Yeah,
Let's get
so
this
we're going to
going.
do the picks and bans for real this time. Anyone who was watching the test earlier, I hope you realized those were not real. I was just clicking things completely at random. So, in actuality, the first ban is actually Balcony from
All right.
NinjaFairy. Which is, pretty standard. A lot of people seem to ban balcony, I think, because there's a perception, whether it's true or not, that it can be sort of a coin flip map.
It's a very different map from the other maps too. So if you're more used to playing 4 of 8s, 5 of 8s, balcony is its own world, and you just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, the ban from MaxEdwardSnax is modern.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that one's a bit less conventional. We're expecting to just see Taiyan or Aquarium or something.
Given Ninja Fairy's apparent, I mean, again, it's a low sample size, but given their apparent patience on Sniper, banning Modern makes some sense because that's a very hard map to actually finish missions on.
That's true. Ninja Fairy's first pick is Courtyard.
Okay, pretty standard.
Pretty standard. I think a lot of people pick Courtyard just because it's considered to be sniper favored. So if you pick it, you generally feel pretty confident that you'll be able to just go 2-2 at the bare minimum, which, just helps set you up, calm your nerves maybe a little bit, and start with
Yeah, we'll
something that
see.
you feel comfortable on.
It's
Uh,
possible they just also prefer it. Who knows?
yeah, I feel like I have seen quite a few spy wins on Courtyard this season so
Yeah,
far.
I have to.
People joke about it being spy favored, like it's a total farce, but I do think the spy doesn't have as hard a time as people say. MaxEdwardSnax picks Library, any 5 of 8.
Okay, not too surprising.
Yeah,
I
Library
see
is a
that
pretty
one get
common
picked a lot.
pick. It's interesting that Modern, one of the 5 of 8s, is banned, but Library was chosen.
Hmm. I think library is less of a pacing difficulty map. So it just kind of feels like whenever you play spy on library, it always feels like, oh, I'll be able to get away with stuff. Like the sniper won't be looking at me. I'll be able to get away with this. And then in sniper, you assume that you'll see everything. That's
Yeah.
just how library goes.
Ninja Fairy's second pick is High Rise, any 3 of 5.
Love it.
You like High Rise?
I love high rise.
Like High Rise, and I'm glad to see 3 out of 5 here as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Gonna get a good variety here.
final pick from MaxEdwardSnax is Aquarium, 4 of
Oh
8.
boy. Oh boy.
So
I
yes,
hope we get. I
Aquarium
hope we
just got
get.
added in week 6.
I hope we get to aquarium because I love aquarium. It's just great, and it's really interesting. It's entertaining to see people kind of learn aquarium. Since it's such a new map.
Yeah, I predicted that Aquarium would be chosen quite a bit more than Taiyan, despite being a new map, and it does seem like some people are banning it because they're not comfortable with it yet, but
Hmm.
some people are definitely choosing it. Yes, I forgot to make a
Yes, other
caster's bar,
casters,
Kaylee.
Paratroopa. We did not introduce ourselves. I am Paratroopa.
Yes, and I'm Dels. And there is a casting bar that will pop up as soon as we get into gameplay, but I lacked the foresight to have it ready. But this is a test run, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
So now that we're done with the picks and bans, we are going to get into the matches. So I'm getting the first match ready right now. Just bear with me a moment as I figure out how to do this, how to get my scoreboard ready and everything.
To find where I actually put the replay.
Yep.
This is a trial run, so
It's our first time doing this. The description says it's a trial run, so you can't complain. You can't say that you're not getting what you paid for or anything like that. There's the beautiful caster's bar. And we have the first match starting. We have MaxEdwardSnax as Spy playing Teal on Courtyard. And Para, you just let me know when you're ready, and we will get it
I'm
started.
ready.
All right.
Anytime.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. First cast.
And don't worry about it.
We're starting off by walking right up to our seduction target at the window. We're not very close to them though, so we only get the 29% instead of what you would want, the 33.
Yeah, so we're going to have to hit a green flirt if we want to get a 3 flirt here. I really don't think it's necessary to stand so far away at windows, because I just don't feel like most snipers will catch that, even though it's such a common play at the start.
Wow, the ST just bails on us. We're trying to go for them, they just leave.
That's rough. That could result in some
Yeah.
facing.
But look at that conversation. It has the ambassador, the double agent, and the seduction target. If I'm Max, that is exactly where I want to be right now.
It's really tempting to get over there. Instead, we do a fake BB, which I'm not sure if this will pan out.
Well,
we did have the other SDA in a conversation, I think, but I don't know if there was anyone. There were a couple people there.
yeah, only looks like 3 lowlights were gotten from it, so it could be a decent fake if NinjaFairy assumes that it was real. And then we do go to the conversation that had all 3 cast members. The Amba leaves, but we can still get the flirt. It's at 80% now.
That's good. We hit that green, so now we're back on track for the flirt here.
Right, but so unfortunately, while we've been talking about the fake BB and the flirt and everything, it is now only a minute 45 left in the match, and all we have is that flirt.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some actual mission progress going on here.
Yeah, I was hoping we
Pretty
could do
soon.
something when we were near the Amba there, but it didn't happen. Now we're getting close to them again, potentially setting up for a bug, or maybe hoping to get the briefcase.
Yeah, NinjaFairy is on this, though. They're not taking their laser off the Amba at the moment.
Yeah, here's a tooltip showing you what a standing bug is, in case you're new to the game and weren't sure about it. Max is in position to do a standing bug next to the Amba
This is
now.
a great banana bread coming up right here. That's gonna. There's like maybe one low light, and I don't even think NinjaFairy took it. Oh man.
And there was a shot.
I have absolutely no idea what.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
made
Salmon
NinjaFairy
did,
shoot
but
him.
it's kind of a good thing for Max considering he wasn't getting a lot of mission progress done.
Yeah, that's a bit of a lucky thing there, because I'm not sure if Max is going to have time to finish missions.
Yeah, I changed camera views right as the shot was coming off, and it seems like there's some sort of glitch where it plays the sound effect every time as you press tab, so we got a triple burst shot there. Yeah, it looks like Max was going to start getting those fingerprints, and luckily the game just ended for him.
Yeah, honestly, I'm watching Salmon. He really just kind of stood in a conversation circle. He was a potential banana bread the first. And then that, he didn't really do much. So it's a little bit of a... maybe just the banana bread kind of made NinjaFairy feel a little bit anxious.
Yeah, with the second banana bread you might be confused about what's going on. Alright, so we're stepping into the second game now. NinjaFairy is also playing teal, which we just saw from Max. The score is now 1-0 Max, and I am ready to go.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, looks like NinjaFairy was chasing that ST a little bit. You can see her bouncing around.
Some real hard redirects there.
And no matter how hard she tries...
So much as it was just a bit of a drunken weaving there.
Yeah, she still failed. Still ended up at the window.
I doubt it was seen. Weaving around in chaos time is often kind of hard to catch.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
think
get the flirt out of it, which is unfortunate.
It looked like NinjaFairy was considering getting the flirt over at statues and then just bounced away from it instead at the last moment.
Yeah, it is aggressive to go after statues this early. That's kind of it's a call you can make, but I don't know. This is a pretty good contact. It's gonna potentially knock out Pearls, who is really obsessed with these statues. It doesn't look like Max is taking the low light on Pearls, though.
That's interesting. Was Pearls at the statues when the contact came off?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so it looks like they missed some lowlights. The only one is Duke. We do go to the statues to get that flirt and the inspect.
We have a little bit of an animation cut there from NinjaFairy. I think they might have started to recycle because Pearls was holding that statue for a while. I'm not sure it was really seen, though. Max had his sniper sights on the Amba at the time.
Alright, it looks like we're going to finish up the flirt here, which is pretty standard for
Well, we're not
courtyard.
close enough for a 2 flirt, I don't think.
No, that's
If we
true.
hit the green.
We're going to try to finish it.
Oh no, I'm wrong. That was close
Ah,
enough.
hit the green.
Got
So
got
now
the
it's just a
2 flirt.
question
Very nice.
of what hardtail are you going to do, and that's often what courtyard comes down to, because the flirt's easy, the contact pretty easy.
Yeah. I don't think I would. Yeah, I was gonna say the purloin could do there, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, basically what you're waiting for here as the spy, in my limited experience, is you're waiting for a time when the ambassador and the guest list are on opposite sides of the venue, so that maybe the sniper is only looking at one
Maybe
of them.
trying a swap here with the Amba and Toby both on the opposite side. We're gonna try a swap here,
We're just going for
and
a
this
swap.
might work. Max is watching the
Oh,
Amba.
and we're
Toby
getting
like
a
hawk.
fingerprint from the statue after we
Yeah,
swapped
why
it.
not?
There's no
Yeah,
reason for
just
that.
Not even looking. Never swiveled around to take a look at what NinjaFairy was doing back there. Easy swap.
Yeah.
That was good timing with the Amba and Toby both kind of in spots where the sniper had to watch them. And sometimes it's tough when someone goes for a second inspect, so you just don't think to watch it.
Yeah, it's true, and a desperation swap could happen maybe in the last 30 seconds. Maybe it was still too early, wasn't really thinking of it.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was well timed and a good win.
So I believe the score is now 1-1,
That's right. We've got 2 spy wins so far, both with teal.
both with teal, but this time we're going
Best
to
spy
a
in the game.
much more traditional choice for spy, which is small men.
Indeed.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, this one's starting by chasing the ST again, and this time there was no drunken bouncing. We cleanly slotted in right next to them in conversation.
Got a light for 34%. It's a good start.
Pretty good. We are near the Amba. If the sniper's laser goes away, we could walk around the Amba and bug, but we're not going to risk that. Wasn't a good angle for it. We're just going to go to statues.
This is pretty statues early as small man, because you're going to pick up that highlight, and that kind of takes away from your small man benefits just slightly.
Yeah, the question with Courtyard is, if you do have to pull off that hardtail, do you want to do it with a highlight from statues, or do you want to try to get the hardtail and then do it? We walk by the Amba and we bug them. Doesn't look like the sniper noticed it. There's no real reaction there.
Yeah, I kind of missed it, so I'm not sure if it was actually visible on camera or not. I wasn't prepared for it.
You could see Smallman walking behind Wheels, but Smallman's pretty small, and I think he sort of just blended right into the wheelchair there. We can take a look at it afterwards, see if the arm movement was visible, but what matters is it was not visible to the sniper, because they haven't done anything about it.
Yeah, the seduction target leaves before we decided to take the talk.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I still think we're in a pretty good position considering we've got the hardtail off.
Yeah, you're always in a good position on Courtyard if you've gotten the bug off unseen, I think.
He's lucky that a spot opened up in that conversation. It was looking kind of full.
Yeah. I think that it's going to be hard for NinjaFairy to shoot here if we just finish flirt and contact.
We might not even contact. We can actually do fingerprints and have a silent game. Wouldn't that be
that's
interesting?
possible too. If NinjaFairy isn't really on top of the fingerprints, it's going to be like super hard to shoot here. But we do take the contact.
We take the
It's
contact.
a pretty good one, I think.
Notice how the
I think
sniper
SDA
brought
was,
back up a low light to neutral. General was low lit and got brought back up to neutral, presumably for
interesting.
talking during the banana bread. Even though
That's
he was
interesting.
not in
I don't know
conversation
what General was low lit for
with an
originally.
SDA. But at this point, all we need to do is finish up the flirt. It looks pretty likely. We need 33%, and we are right next to... Oh, we're not right next to them.
And we get the 99%.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Now, this isn't horrible. You can still finish, but you gotta walk away and come back.
We can't timer flirt this. We have to leave.
You have
and
to
come
leave.
back.
Go to
I
that window
still
pad
think
and then run back and then start talking and dare them to shoot you just for that.
that's still going to be a really hard shot.
It's going to go into overtime at this point, but during overtime, you think it's someone at statues. Look, Teal's at statues. She's going to get shot as soon as the overtime beeps start. I bet you anything.
Yeah, the only thing is that, yeah.
There it is.
Leaning into that Teal meta there, thinking, oh, maybe we played Teal 3 times in a row.
That's true. Teal was the spy both times. So it looked like a little bit of a dicey situation having to finish that flirt in overtime, but it's not as dangerous as it seems because most snipers won't ever think that the overtime is coming because of a flirt of all things.
Yeah, the only thing that's dicey there is that you're small man, and some people will just shoot small man.
Yeah, let's take a look at this bug from the sniper's angle. It is on screen, but due to a good combination of the camera angle and Taft blocking it, I don't think the sniper was really able to see anything there.
Yeah, that was a good walk around there. The arm was, I think, completely invisible inside of wheels. The only thing that would have been suspicious there is that the path looks like it's really circling around the AMBA.
Yeah, the path is definitely a bug path. And,
I would be more suspicious of the path than the bug itself, but the bug was definitely unseen. I don't think it was visible, like, pretty much at all. The shoulder may be poking out just a little bit, but that's about it. So that's a good bug.
All right, loading up the next match. It is now 2-1 for MaxEdwardSnax, and NinjaFairy is stepping in to the spy role as Salmon. 3, 2, 1, go.
Chasing the third target down, who's small man, but he doesn't stop in that conversation. I thought he was going to, and I have a feeling NinjaFairy thought so as well.
So NinjaFairy decides, you know what, that conversation's actually lame, don't want to be there. Gonna go to the windows, plan my next move, maybe sip this drink a little bit.
Yeah, that was a very fast conversation leave, but I really doubt that Max is on top of that.
No, and the window did set us up to go for the briefcase. It's a pretty easy path to return it.
Yep. That stop was a little bit late there.
Stop was a
but
little
bit
bit late.
That's going to be really hard to catch, though. Did we do a little bit of an animation cancel there?
We did something weird there. I was about to mention it, and then I thought, you know what, I don't need to mention it. I'm sure it was nothing. I'm sure the sniper didn't even see it.
I was just about to mention it, and then I saw the safety come off, and so it looks like Max saw it too.
It looks like some sort of misclick, because why would you start bending down for the briefcase again there?
I think it was an attempt at a sip, and then...
Bear agrees with you.
And sometimes, the pickup briefcase control... I think it takes over, like it's prioritized over SIP, so you have to actually scroll to get to SIP, which can really mess you up there. I've made this mistake before.
Yeah, and so that's another point for Max, which brings it up to 3-1 for Max, as Max steps into the spy side as Taft.
Give me just a second, it's being slow to load.
That's fine, I'm updating the scoreboard.
Okay, I'm good.
There we go. I hope I'm getting these scores right. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I love the Taft picked on library because you have to do so much walking around. That Taft's highest speed in the game pays off, I think.
Yeah. It is worth noting that Taft is the one with the highest speed in the game, not Alice, even though Alice is the one that people usually talk about being fast.
Is the one famous for being fast, yes.
Which I think is just because Taft has other things he's famous for, notably being the best ambassador.
Being big, yeah.
Alright, so Taft is getting a book. This is the perfect time to show off my microfilm transfer tooltip. So for those of you who are new, this is how you complete the mission. You get the book from one color bookcase, and then you return it to another one.
Had a little bit of a conversation entry snafu there, just a little bit. We get a little bit too close to the center. I'm not sure if that's kosher.
It looks like we're right behind the pillar, so the sniper might not really be noticing it.
Yeah. You know, we waste time going back to this bookcase. I'm not sure if we're going to do the transfer here, the animation transfer. But I don't know if NinjaFairy saw where this book came from anyway, so I don't think they're going to get a lot of credit for taking this book back.
Yeah, I think on library there could just be too much to really
Yeah,
focus on. Like
just
on
a
a
totally
smaller map,
innocent book.
like High Rise 3 of 5, if someone takes a book and returns it to the same spot, you're thinking, all right, they were wasting
Yeah,
time.
it's hard to count on getting a low light there.
Yeah, but Yomi on 5/8 maps I
So
feel is
this is
not as
a
strong.
this had a fingerprint on it at one point, but I think it must have gotten smudged.
They could be going for it last. No, and
Yeah,
they only
I
got
don't
two
think I don't think it has a
inspects.
fingerprint anymore on it.
No, Pearl was holding that side one. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If the sniper knows that you were at center statues and then you go back to statues again, they might think, oh, well, why do
Yeah,
they need to do that if they already got all three?
yeah. Assuming that they remember that you've been at center statues, which is always the risk.
Look at
But
that
I do
move.
think that the
Window to
sniper saw it.
window. Just took a few steps over just to get closer to the ST.
Now in conversation with the double agent, this would be a decent time to do banana bread. Not great. We got a lot of people on the move right now, so
There's some
maybe if
people
we
on the
see if
move. The
people settle
conversations
in.
look pretty full. It does come off.
Yeah, it does come off. We're going to be able to get some lowlights off of this, and Taft does the banana split, so we'll see if there's any credit given for that.
Yeah. It looked like the sniper, it looked like Ninja was trying to get lowlights off on some people, but it didn't actually go through, but the mouse didn't move over to them to click them.
It doesn't really look like we took a lot of lowlights off of that PP.
No, but we did get a green purloin, so...
We're back at the green books while this purloin's going off.
Yeah, that could be a way of saying, look, it couldn't be me, I couldn't have greened the purloin, I was at this bookshelf the whole time.
Why am I at green books again?
Yeah, in fact, for all you know, I
I
could
was
have been
the
at this
spy.
bookshelf the whole game, apparently.
So did Smallman take the purloin? I didn't see who got it. But Smallman is currently walking away suspiciously with a drink.
That does look bad, yeah, he gets
He
highlight
takes
for
the
it.
highlight. Yeah.
So it is quite possible that NinjaFairy is suspicious of Smallman for the purloin as well at this point.
I do think that NinjaFairy has seen the
Ooh,
purloin. Oh, takes the shot.
No, just takes the shot on Max for the second statue visit.
So it looks like NinjaFairy was either on top of who could have purloined, or was just suspicious that second statue inspect.
Well, there was a bug at the end that both of us missed. Let's take a look at that, actually.
Yeah, that bug must have been pretty good because I was paying too much attention to the purloin.
Oh, the arm is visible on screen. So you know what? That's my
NinjaFairy
bad.
might have seen that.
The arm is visible on screen right as Smallman is getting the highlight, or right before it. So the arm is pretty
that arm
visible.
does swing out. Yeah, that arm did swing out a bit.
The shot timing is interesting though, because they only shoot Taft after he goes to the statues again. So I'm not sure if they saw the bug.
It's possible they were aware that Taft didn't finish inspects. Sometimes as a sniper you can credit that if you see that someone else is already at statues and you end up kind of not taking enough time to actually get all three inspects. I'm not sure. It's also they could have just been thinking about it, just trying to piece together the purloin before they really think about, I don't know.
Yeah, or take a moment to notice, to have the gears turn in your mind and go,
It's
wait a
possible
minute,
that
did I just see an arm?
It's possible they were only like 90% sure about the bug, and then they see Max go to statues. It's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I could take this shot. This is a lot.
All right, so that's 3-2 Max at this point. NinjaFairy as queen. 3, 2, 1, go. Starting off in a completely empty conversation. The ST looked like they almost joined us, but they didn't.
That would have been sweet, but instead we get trapped in this conversation with some completely useless people. We decide we don't want any part of this.
No, we're just going to go snuggle right up to the ST. It's library, it's a 5-8. You're not going to get caught for your
It's fine. You're not gonna be caught for this.
51% green flirt. That's great. If you can hit 2 green flirts, you save yourself so much time to go do other missions without having to always return to conversation.
I didn't even see the briefcase there, but NinjaFairy does.
Yeah, that briefcase was hidden inside a pillar.
See this return? Oh, you gotta stop. That was late. I don't know if the sniper saw it.
The laser was right on her for a moment there, but there was no highlight or low light. Again, it might be possible that to us it's extremely noticeable. To the sniper, you know.
Yeah, yeah. As a spy, this is the thing I'm really trying to stay on top of now. Is when I know that the ambassador is at like a painting or is somewhere else where I think they're going to move soon. I'm like, I get ready to stop as soon as they start moving. And that was a little bit late, but ooh, we're getting laser burned right now. These blue books.
Yeah.
I wonder if Max does suspect the briefcase return was not good.
Yeah,
Or
it's
if we're
possible
just
that
watching the person
Max
with
is
us.
highlighting for statues, so Queen doesn't have a highlight yet, but the briefcase return clearly seems to have got his attention.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for NinjaFairy here. I think we might be suspected.
Yeah, not only was that book marked, but the laser was on you the whole time you had it there. If I'm NinjaFairy, I don't feel comfortable at all about trying to bring it to another shelf at this point.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like that was on NinjaFairy long enough that I think Max might have been browbeating them into not doing an animation transfer, like daring them to do it, basically.
Yeah,
We'll
the
see.
interesting thing is when you suspect someone and that they're at a bookshelf, do you keep the laser on them or do you move it away as if to tell them, "Go ahead, you can transfer now," and then you swing it back? Look, the
Yeah,
laser is on her again.
yeah, it really seems like Max is suspicious of Queen. Are we gonna take this briefcase again?
We're stopping at the window
Or
near it, maybe
yeah,
wondering if we should pick it up. But we decide not to. I
that's
think
fine.
that's a
I think
smart decision.
that's totally fine. I think
Oh,
that's
but
legal,
center
so.
statues, that is
Center statues is bold. We'll
just
see.
as suspicious.
We'll see what Max thinks of this. If they turn their, so actually Max is watching Twin at Blue Books now, like real closely. So I can only assume that Max thinks that the Blue Books are very suspicious. I'm not sure.
It could be some opposition research. It could be that Max has a feeling that Ninja is going to be doing microfilm more often than not.
It looked like there's a bit of an animation cut in the statues. Maybe I'm wrong, but that might have been maybe just the inspects took a little bit too long. I'm not sure. Got a purloin here behind the pillar. Oh, it's visible now. Let's see if Max is on top of this.
It's visible now. At least Ninja isn't running away with a drink.
Yeah, we're kind of hanging out behind this pillar. We are visible though.
Again, the sniper is at the blue bookshelf where the Amba is.
And pointed out that it was a red test. I noticed the fade was very late. It was happening as Toby was walking away.
It looks like the purloin was just noticed, actually, because the lowlights are coming off right
wow.
now.
Yeah, but we do get highlight
But
for
Queen
it.
gets highlight.
Max is on top of this.
The
but
contact comes off. It looks like Max isn't as suspicious of Queen as we thought, considering he wasn't watching her do the purloin, and he didn't spend too much time with her when she was at the statues.
Yeah. Very aggressive flirt here. We are going to have to get another fingerprint here. We're going to try to get it at Green Books, perhaps?
No, we just bug the
no,
Amba,
we're just going to
and
go for the
it's...
bug, and that's seen.
It's... I don't know if it was seen or if the path was seen and he just had enough of Queen at this point.
I'm pretty sure it was visible.
Yeah, you can clearly see the bug path. That's just a bug path. There's
Yeah,
no
the
reason.
arm's not quite as visible as I thought, but it's...
No, but an AI would never take that path to get to the bookshelf. So we won't ever know for sure.
I still think that Queen was probably top suspect anyway. So.
Yeah, I think that makes sense as well. We won't know for sure because of the bug, but either way, it seemed to me like Max was on top of a lot of things that game.
I might have almost shot there just for going to the Green Books with the Amba, because that could be a fingerprint finish. Although the Amba hadn't actually put the print back yet. But
All right, so the score is now 4-2 Max, as Max steps into the spy side as Irish. 3, 2, 1, go. If I was Max, I would be feeling pretty confident right now.
Little mispad there. Don't think it was seen at all, though.
Oh.
And we immediately take the time ad.
It's green.
It's green as Irish's dress.
Right. And we could call her green dress because she may not actually be Irish. She may be Mediterranean.
So I don't know if this time ad was caught at all. I think that's what that time ad is completely clean. I think.
No, I don't think so. Could have been
We
risky
do
to do a
get.
time at after the missed pad. Oh, did we just walk through a conversation
Yeah, we just
circle?
walked that conversation. We're chasing down the seduction target, and we decide to not follow him on the way there. We take this another inspect here. We got highlight for a single inspect earlier. Might as well just finish it off now.
Yeah, it could be a bit suspicious to do 2 statue visits so close to the start, but with the way Yomi works, it could also be not suspicious, because what spy would do that? The
So we
standard
walked
spy
all the
timing for
way
inspects
across.
is do 1 at the start and then, wait 2 minutes and do the other one.
Interesting to stop at windows here before going into this. We could have gone right next to the seduction target, but
Are
we
we
stop at
looking for
windows.
anything? Because I'm on the replay spy camera and we're just enjoying the view.
Yeah. Now we're gonna. Yeah, now we're gonna step into the seduction here. Maybe just trying. Maybe we think we're a little bit suspicious for the time ad, and we're just trying to lose some suspicion. But I'm not sure the sniper was really paying too much attention to that anyway. So
No, I don't think so, and it was a green time ad, so you can
could take the
feel good.
purloin. Yeah, we're taking
Ooh.
the purloin. There's a white test purloin. Let's see if NinjaFairy is on top of this. NinjaFairy wasn't watching Toby too clearly, so I don't know if they not saw the list was taken. Now Queen's taking a drink. Wow, I don't know if NinjaFairy saw the purloin.
No, it looks like the sniper isn't noticing it yet.
Didn't really linger on Toby. It was visible on camera, but it didn't linger on Toby for long
No,
enough.
now they've seen it. I think they're
I
seeing
think
it right
they
now,
must have seen it now.
and we're gonna get some lowlights on the other side of the... No, we're not. We're just getting a
we
statue
get
highlight.
highlights for statues.
More statue highlights. If the purloin has been seen, it doesn't look like NinjaFairy is confident that they know who could have done it.
This is actually a little bit dangerous to step into the conversation with Toby here with a possible unseen purloin. You might get credit for it when you wouldn't have otherwise. Ugh, I don't know. We do finish off the seduce here, though. So we could step into contact. We decide not to do that. We're gonna walk innocently by the Ampa here. And just stepping into busts.
Yeah, we're in a pretty good position here to finish. We have 2 minutes left, but we have gotten a hardtail off. Theoretically, we can do a contact. Seems like a pretty good time. I think there's a decent amount of people in conversation.
I'd probably step in and try to get this now. We have a lot of time for that time ad, and both the time ad and the purloin seem to be...
Ooh! Immediate shot from the banana bread. Seek must have been
Wow.
a much higher suspect than we could have thought.
Must have been, because that was really immediate, like, as if NinjaFairy was waiting to shoot Seek.
Interesting. It could be suspicion for the purloin.
It might be, because I believe we were next to Seek during the purloin, because we stepped in for seduction, and then we were behind the pillar anyway. So
yeah, that makes sense. Seek is right next to us when the purloin goes off, so
I might not have given enough credit to NinjaFairy for paying attention to the purloin, but unfortunately, just weren't quite sure.
They were just maybe one person too late in noticing who could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's another point for Max, correct?
That is another point for Max.
Alright, so Max is up 5-2, and NinjaFairy is stepping into the spy side as Kane, also known as Morgan or Papa Danger. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gonna try a Chaos Bug here. We're starting next to the close to the Amba, but we don't do it. Instead, the AI takes us into this innocent conversation. Seduction target almost came
We're
to
gonna
us.
take that,
Decided
aren't
to
we?
meet them halfway.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No reason
fine.
not to.
That's absolutely fine.
Wow, we just get the flirt and we leave. So now we're heading into conversation with the double agent, maybe going to try to get the early contact in, wait for a good time. You can see NinjaFairy's camera moving around. We are behind the pillar. Let me look at it from the sniper camera.
No, we still had a drink, so Toby just ignores us.
We're not very behind the pillar. Never mind. But we do banana
actually,
bread.
we're really not. Max gets a healthy number of lowlights here. Was thinking about sorry, but I think decided possibly a split, so... that's that was Sniper was not watching that conversation entry, so it doesn't matter that it was really ugly looking. I don't mind that we adjusted to get into a nicer looking position here because our initial entry was pretty ugly looking.
We're heading over to a window pad, pondering what our next move is going to be. We could purloin. We are being offered a drink. No, it's not a good time for it.
Take an innocent drink.
Innocent drink.
I like it.
We're just spending more time at this window, NinjaFairy possibly considering what they want their next move to be. If they were trying to follow the flirt target, that wasn't going to happen. Looks like we're walking to another window. NinjaFairy may be a bit indecisive or just waiting for something.
Are we going to try timeout here? Because we're running a little bit low on time.
We're sipping the drink. It looks like we're regretting taking it.
Yep, there's the time ad. It's a white test. And it doesn't look like Sniper is reacting to this. It was not... Yeah, it doesn't look like it was seen.
No, we entered a conversation.
The statue that could not...
And we didn't want to be there, so we left. But we are finally starting to make some progress after the time ad by picking up our first inspect.
Side statue, the difficult thing.
Or a swap, never mind.
Oh, wow.
And it's got to be seen. Max is right on it.
It was on camera. We didn't get the fingerprint.
Max moves away to the other side, though. Maybe not certain about it? No, he's certain. Of course he is. And he takes the shot.
Yep, just saw the swap. I don't mind the timing on that swap. It just didn't work out. Probably needed to wait a little bit longer to do the swap, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like NinjaFairy might have been feeling nervous after the time ad. They didn't feel like they were getting enough done, and so they just decided to go for a hard tell.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't mind the timing on it just because it's so unusual to try to swap a statue at that time in that place.
Yeah, that is true.
Sometimes you just have to test that kind of thing. It didn't work out.
Unfortunately, the sniper was watching it. So the score is now 6-2 Max as we head into high rise, with Max taking control of Smallman for, I believe, the second time this evening.
I believe that's correct.
Right. So the best result that NinjaFairy can hope for at this point is a tie party, as Max is on match point. But high rise can definitely go either way. I know there are certain people who don't like high rise 3 of 5 very much, because they believe that, you know, an AI could complete statues and then maybe you have to shoot them if they've done their statues and they were in conversation with the SDA.
It's tough.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, really the thing on high rise is, can you avoid shooting an AI who goes to center statues? That's sort of the eternal tension of this map, I think.
Yeah, but we're not going to center statues.
We're going to side statues. It's interesting.
Yeah, so we're picking up the immediate highlight for it. But there's not necessarily anything wrong with that on high rise. The only thing you have to worry about is how many other people go to statues, and can I make sure that they are in conversation when I do my banana bread.
Right, you've really
wrong arm bug alert. Or I think it was the wrong
that
arm.
Looked very... That did not look visible.
It didn't look visible at all. I think this is the second time we're seeing Max as Smallman bug wheels the Amba. I hope I'm not blowing up any of Max's secret tech here, but I am noticing a pattern.
We took the purloin behind this crowded conversation, and I think NinjaFairy saw this.
Looks like it was noticed, though. Wow.
That was a really aggressive purloin.
I mean, that was a really interesting attempt at a rush.
Yeah, we tried the fake BB here to take notice away from the purloin, but there was really only one low light to take, so it didn't take that much concentration for NinjaFairy to take that one low light and then still watch the purloin. So it just wasn't an effective distraction.
Yeah, I wonder if there could have been some strategy there with the statue visit, as if to say, well, wait, I started with statues, so just wait until I go to statues again to shoot me, because I'm going to have to finish it, right? And then you finish instead with a seduce.
That was a very aggressive high-rise play to take both the bug and the purloin. I kind of don't understand that. I could see the potential for going to side statues as a deterrent against shooting you. It's like, why would I take that progress if I'm not going to complete it later, kind of thing. But I think it's awfully aggressive to take the bug and then to take the purloin. You got away with that bug. Lay low. Like, take the contact and the seduce, and you probably win that.
Yeah, it was a really interesting decision, and I do think it was admirable to try a rush on, especially on this map where a rush isn't usually something that happens.
I think it's admirable to try anything that's really fun and exciting, which this was, but I just think that purloin was not a good choice.
Yeah. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1, go. So NinjaFairy has now gotten 1 point back, so it is definitely not as hopeless as it may have seemed.
Yeah, we're at 6-3 now. We do have to get a spy win here, though.
But this is definitely one of the better venues to get a spy win on. Like I said, you can basically test the sniper here. If an AI completes inspects, see if they will shoot them.
We'll stay completely AI controlled for that entire bookcase, but then we go for the briefcase. I like
But
that.
fingerprints are not on.
That is absolutely true.
The
So this
purloin
briefcase
is
is
on.
completely innocent. That's a great stop. That was a well-timed stop for that Amba there.
Yeah, that was a great stop. Unfortunately, we're not getting a print from it, but maybe
Yeah,
we could
so
lose some suspicion.
We're just leaning into this behavioralist play where we do a really great briefcase return that we absolutely don't need to. I don't know. That's interesting.
I think it's an interesting strategy. I mean, I will admit, again, I'm only Oak level, but if I'm playing a map where fingerprints are not on and someone does the briefcase, I honestly just kind of assume, it's not the spy. Why would they bother?
I honestly do. I do like purloin or fingerprint on high rise personally, just because I think purloin gives you another way to potentially bail out a game that's not going well for you as far as mission progress goes. Sometimes you could get away with it if it's green. Sometimes you get away with the purloin on high rise. Not always, but it's a way to potentially win.
All right, we're getting into conversation with the double agent. The conversations aren't very full now. You're definitely going to want Salmon to come back in because he's at
you
statues.
can't take this BB yet. Well, okay, Salmon comes into conversation with us. This is still,
The other conversation is pretty empty, though. I don't think it's a great time to do a banana bread.
Yeah, this is a little bit iffy. And the devil agent's gone.
Yeah, NinjaFairy agreed. They weren't going to take that contact.
There is one thing about high rise, though, is that I really feel like when you have the double agent... Ooh,
that wasn't seen. I've got those binoculars open on the split screen, and Queen was not visible.
That plant hitbox really threatened to make this game just over right there.
Yeah, but at least they did come out of it with the seduce all the way to 100 now.
Yeah, so that's good because we can avoid having to talk too much, which is great.
Yeah, the problem is we have only over a minute left, and we don't have any other mission progress. So
we're gonna have to. Yeah, this is where purloin comes to play because you could do that at the end to complete missions.
Yeah, it gives you an option. If you have a minute left and you haven't started fingerprints, it's too late, buddy. You're not gonna get them.
We could finish seduce again here with the seduce target coming back to the bookcase.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
So what are we going to do? We're going to enter conversation with the double agent because I think no matter what your plan to win is, you probably want to get that contact off.
So here, I like doing this banana bread here because the double agent can leave on high rise and never come back. I've had this happen on high rise so many times that
Salmon gets shot.
On Salmon. Excellent.
I had a feeling that was going to happen, and I think NinjaFairy knew it as well, because there weren't a lot of people in conversation, but at least Salmon was.
And boy, oh boy, if he had waited just a second longer, he would have seen the purloin. So NinjaFairy took that purloin, trying to use the banana bread as a distraction.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But instead, it just works as a frame.
That was a surprisingly good banana bread. I mean, I don't know if I want to skew it too much towards the result instead of the process, because yes, there weren't many people in conversation, but the one person who mattered was.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's I wonder what would have happened if Max held that shot and could have potentially seen the purloin go off. I don't know if it would have been too visible or not. But in any case,
So that's NinjaFairy just went 2-0 on High Rise, bringing it back to a score of 6-4 Max.
And you know what that means?
It
We get
means we get
aquarium.
Aquarium, and it
Yes,
means we get Max as Smallman again. And hey, look at who the Amba is.
it's Wheels.
Yep, I told you. I told you there was a
Oh
pattern
boy.
there.
Oh boy.
So we're going to go for that bug again, and we're just hoping that NinjaFairy hasn't been watching the replays or keeping track of this strategy. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
NinjaFairy did shoot Small Man on High Rise, so Small Man is not an instant win button here.
No, we are starting at the bookcase. It's not a low shark, so it's not the time to microfilm, but it looks like Ninja was tilting the camera hard to get a look at all the statues.
Yeah, and just wasn't not really paying attention to bookcase much right now.
No, but we didn't do anything at the bookcase, so didn't miss much.
Very quick bookcase. I'm not sure if that was okay, but I don't think it was noticed or anything.
We enter conversation, and the ST comes right to us.
Oh, that's filthy.
And look at this
ST just
conversation.
next to us.
ST,
Oh,
double
we gotta
agent,
take
and
this.
ambassador.
We've got a couple of people. We've got a statue visitor, but take that double agent. Take the banana bread. We're gonna be patient.
No, we're going to be patient. Max has decided that there could be a better time for a contact. And on Aquarium, you do have a bit of time. It's a 4-minute map, so there is time to wait for a better opportunity if you think you're going to be able to get one.
Yeah, you do have time to pick your spots here if you want. But there were quite a few people in conversation there, so I'm gonna go to the bar, take a drink.
Yeah, we're going to pick up the delegate. There's no reason
As
not
well.
to.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the safest time to delegate. There weren't a lot of people at the bar, so if the purloin does go off, the list of suspects might not be very high.
Yeah. Oh, there. Now we take the banana bread, which is an interesting choice because we would knock out General and Taft, who also went to bar here. I don't know how I feel about that, except didn't take the lowlights on them, so that's interesting.
Yeah, if those lowlights had been taken and the purloin were to go off, it would really be narrowing down the list of people who could have done it.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice, but I don't think we took the delegate anyway, so I guess we're not planning on doing that.
No, we're not going to do that. I think Max also realized that it probably wasn't safe. The question is, what is he going to do now? We have 2 minutes left. The Seduce, that'll be pretty easy to finish, only 15% left.
Yeah, we've got to start making some progress here.
And we're walking near the Amba. The middle shark was coming. It would have been the perfect moment
It
to
didn't
bug.
take.
But unfortunately, the Amba started leaving right as we were doing it.
Wow, I thought that might work even with the Amba leaving, but he got out of range just quickly enough, I think.
Yeah, and it wasn't
That's
the
gotta be
right shark
frustrating.
timing either. The shark wasn't quite covering it yet at that time.
Yeah, seen those. So that has to be frustrating to not get that off.
Yeah. I think Max was really counting on being able to get that bug. I mean, obviously, with that Wheels Amba pick, we know he wanted to bug.
We're going to green bookcase kind of innocently here, I think, which I don't know if I like that, because I would probably credit you for being at both bookcases and we shoot Twin.
Oof. And a shot comes off.
Not sure if that was the second inspect for Twin, possibly. I think it was.
No, and so NinjaFairy misshoots, giving Max the
that's unfortunate.
7th point.
Yeah, good game.
Still, that was very well played from NinjaFairy on High Rise to bring those back and nearly get us to a tie party.
Yeah, no, that was a competitive set, all things told. I really like the High Rise sweep there to get us one game on Aquarium. That was really entertaining to watch.
And so we can now give the winner medal over to Max. Oops, no, wait, I made Max disappear. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
I meant to give him a medal. There's the medal. All right. Well, thank you for watching our casting test run. In case you missed it, this was my first time hosting a stream, third time casting, because I have done it with T-Flame. So thanks for bearing with us. Please let me know any advice you have or anything you notice that you think could be improved on. Suggestions are welcome. There is a schedule for this week. I will be doing some more
There
live
is a
casts. Schedule for this week.
Ah.
I'll be doing some live casts on T-Flames stream on Tuesday and Thursday, and then Para and I will be doing this again on Wednesday night. Wednesday afternoon there are some matches, which I would love to live cast if I get a co-caster for them. And when we do those matches, we will usually do a post-game interview as well if people are willing. But since this wasn't a live match, we are not doing one. But this is what our post-game interview screen would look like. Mics could use a compressor. Yeah, I've been fidgeting around with a lot of mic options, and I thought I got it at a good place, but I don't know. I'll have to watch the replay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm also on a really terrible quality mic right now. I could break out my higher quality one, but it's kind of hard for me to do at the moment. So my voice is just not going to sound great no matter what you do.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
Yeah, bye.